Feel fancy?
Yeah, I feel like I done did something with my life or something.
You're
My
about
background
to.
I had like this was NCAA tournament, so I mean,
How did today go for you?
it was good. We felt like we came out here and just really had a lot of fun with the workout. Of course, always working hard every day, just trying to get better every day.
Obviously, we know you're a good shooter, but watching it live, I mean, it's a thing of beauty. Did it come to you naturally, or how much work did you put into your shot?
It's definitely work that's get put in every day that just relies on consistency. I feel like that's one of the things I kind of showed with the shooting drill was just always 7 out of 10 or higher. So I think that's the biggest thing I tried to do out there was just shooting, just try to make as many shots as I can.
That's all you can do.
What were the similarities or differences between your workout here and Charlotte?
Similarities definitely just putting me through actions and reads. I feel like I can read a defense really well. Like I said, I don't really take pride on the offense. I take pride on the defensive side. So it's just willing to get better every day and just willing to, perfect your craft.
So both teams put you through kind of the same type of things?
Oh yeah, a lot of actions and shots.
Yeah. How about as far as the stuff they asked you and the dialogue between
Stuff they asked me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all really been the same, just actions, shooting while you're tired. So it's all similar.
Do you feel like there are specific questions you're trying to answer through this pre-draft process about yourself or your game or anything like that?
A specific question? Nah. I mean, I think it's not about my game. It's just my character. I think that's the better thing than just my game. I'm more than just a basketball player on the court.
How would you describe your character?
Funny, very approachable. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, you can't tell. Funny a little bit.
Are you still at all being asked about what happened with your teammates, or is that?
Say it again.
Are you still being asked about what went on with your teammates, or is that situation died down? Has it impacted you at all?
I mean, it's still an ongoing situation, so I can't really speak on it.
I mean, just say you've been asked.
Yeah, it's still being asked about.
And have you been able to answer those questions, or have you not been able to?
No, I can't answer this for legal purposes.
It's one thing to know that you might go 2 or 3 to 2 specific teams, but there's so much trade talk, so you could literally land anywhere. Does that factor into your? You think about that at all? Like, I'm not limited to these 2 franchises.
I think about it a lot actually, because when you go to the college, you kind of in control of where you go to school. But I think with the NBA, you're not really in control, so you just kind of caught off guard, and just seeing where you're living at in a few weeks is kind of one thing I kind of think about every day.
How do you think you'd fit in here in Portland?
I think I fit great. I see myself coming off a lot of actions like that with Dame. I know he's a great vet. For me, just to be under his wing, I think that's a good duo.
Would you rather go to a team where it's young and rebuilding, and you might go right in there and start right away and get all the shots you want, as opposed to going to a team like Portland where you may not start if they keep Dame and they're trying to win?
Well, one thing about me, I like to win. So basketball is just not all about me. I feel like if you have a guy like Dame that's on the night, especially if he's getting the ball next time he come down the court with me.
When and how did defense become a priority for you?
I think I've always kind of taken pride on the defensive side. I think last year I just started taking charges, so I have that under my belt that I can tell people now, that I've had charges under my belt. I remember in high school I never take charges. I was just blocking everybody's shot at the rim. So I think one thing for me is just giving my body up. I think just making winning plays I think that separates me.
Or was there any moment where defense kind of became a part of your game where you was stressed?
No, I think it's just a natural thing. Just willing to make winning plays.
You've only had these 2 workouts, obviously, between Portland and Charlotte. How have you been able to kind of answer questions or shortcomings that they've respectively seen during the game?
It's been pretty fun, just to come and have cameras in your space, just asking all these questions. I think I'm living a dream. I'm most definitely living a dream, but I mean it's all just a learning process, and you just are willing to have fun with it.
What are some shortcomings you recognize?
Say it again.
What are some shortcomings in your game that you recognize?
Probably getting stronger. Definitely stronger, more athletic. Willing to take bumps and give bumps. So.
Be more physical.
Yeah.
Brandon, the news coming out this morning about the ownership change with the Hornets, I'm sure that's something that, considering you worked out there and that's one of the places you might go, I'm sure that's something that your agent and the people on their side have been in communication with them about. Is that something that you get the impression might change where they're leaning one way or the other?
I haven't seen that yet. That's actually new information to me. I think after this, I'll probably go sit down with my agent and my brother and my family just to have the conversation with them and just think everything over.
Can you kind of describe your family and who's important to you?
Everyone in my family. I think without my family, I wouldn't be here. Of course, my brother is the oldest of the three. I have an older sister. She just graduated with her master's probably last month. So it's all just a great family all around. It's more than just the sports that we play. It's how we carry ourselves.
What inspires you? What motivates you?
What motivates me? Probably just being around, environments like this. I think, like I've said, I'm living a dream. The dream definitely come true. Like I've said, I'm just taking it slow with my family and just having fun with it.
I know you can't answer questions about the situation in Alabama, but just what would you say to any Blazers fans who may have concerns about drafting you?
That I'm here to win ball games. I think one of my goals is definitely to win that championship. I won an SEC championship. I can finally say that. I have a ring under my belt. I didn't win a state championship, sadly. But just to win a NBA Finals.
Brandon, you talked about living the dream. I mean, did you envision this, before the college season? Because the draft talk was a lot of Wemby and Scoot, and here you are.
Well, I grew up playing 3 sports, not knowing basketball would be the one. I really thought baseball would be the sport for me. I pitched growing up, and then you have those growth spurts, so you're starting to not fit all the equipment, and then basketball kind of took over in high school. So I kind of had to make a tough decision. So that's just me sitting down with my family, just having long talks with them. Wound up giving up baseball and football, sadly. I feel like it was a great decision that I'm here today.
It worked out a little bit.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.